All right. Well, welcome to the June edition of the Thomist Post with returning friend Paige Parker. And without further ado, I am just going to hand it over to her.
Okay. I am so happy you're here. Thank you for coming. I hope you like these poems. I really enjoyed writing them and revising them. So the first poem I'll read is has been revised several times, and now it's a villanelle because I finally put it into a form. So I'll just go ahead and read it. Final words from Amelia Earhart. This is the epigraph at the top. Solar flare, a sudden temporary outburst of energy from a small area of the sun's surface. My airborne body gone without a sound. The sacrifice I make to take a dare. Only the ocean whispers where I'm found. Thick clouds obstruct my vision. Weather bound, I'm running north and south. I'm in despair. My airborne body gone without a sound. A lobster, shrimp, and crab now crawl around and round my sand-filled skull with seaweed hair. Only the ocean whispers where I'm found. My plane is downed and I am drowned, uncrowned. Phalanges spread as broken chinaware. My airborne body without a sound. Sleuth hounds, dumbfounded, search as fish surround and scrape my rib cage. Suction femurs bare. Only the ocean whispers where I'm found. 10 toe bones trim a reef on hollowed ground. I try to fly. My life's a solar flare. My airborne body's gone without a sound. Only the ocean whispers where I'm found.
Wow.
Okay, this next poem is a terza rima, which means it's got in each stanza only 3 lines, but the middle line of the first stanza rhymes with the first and third lines of the next stanza. And so the middle line of the second stanza rhymes with the first and third lines of the third stanza. So there's a pattern. So there's groups of 3 rhymes as you go through it. And they're very hard to revise. Once you've got it written, this one took a long time to revise, but I got it done. And there's a picture that goes with it because it's an ekphrastic poem. So Christopher is being so kind as to put the picture on the screen for me. The name of this poem is Winter Excursion, and the picture is a painting called Winter on the Marsh, painted by D. Nickerson. I don't know if you can see it yet. There it is. Okay, so there's the painting. I took Edith Sornberger's ekphrastic poetry class through Catholic Literary Arts, and this is one of the pictures she said we could write a poem to. So my homework assignment, I picked this picture. So here's the poem. Winter Excursion. The rustling ruby maple leaves are gone, replaced by ice milk trees, my children sneezing. The sun looks like the moon, a hollow yawn. Knit wool of burgundy prevents our freezing. We stirred and startled sparrows, my concerns. Our canines frolic free. Foxes are teasing. My housewife, mother, stay at home, heart yearns for nutlets of adventure, patches of snow. Despite pale, chilly cheeks, our family learns to play. Forget the rising sourdough. Let's go outside, far from domestic chores. Dead winters full of life as rivers flow. Breathing cool air, it's good to be outdoors.
Wow, nice. Nice.
Right. And the next poem also has a painting. The poem's called Decision, and this is based on Diego Rivera's painting called La Bordadora, the Embroiderer. Decision. My older sis embroiders till siesta. Her stitches soothe me as blue mango skies. The fruitful floral patterns of fiesta uplift my spirit's gloom and lift my eyes. Poinsettias bled and dyed the fabric red. I see light shades of rosy tinted lilia. No day of the dead marigold's gold thread. Here, azure morning glories. There, pink dahlia. I must decide if I will be like her, collected, barefoot, poised, year after year, or learn to paint at school, which I prefer. But then my abuelita's eyes would tear. Tradition keeps my family here, but I am torn. How will I grow a gift or try?
Wow.
Okay, this next poem does not have a painting, so it's not that one. But I guess I could read that one next since it's up. So I'll just switch the order of these. Okay, this one's called "The Tree of the Field Will Clap Their Hands," and it's also an acrostic poem after Jamie Wyatt's painting called "New Growth." And it's also based on Isaiah 55:12 and Matthew 4:16. The trees of the field will clap their hands. On yonder distant hills, the glory of the Lord appears. The sunlight's bouncing thrills, each leaf and leaf in greening spheres. I see that joy will come to me, a silent stump in shadows. Hear the full-throated thrum of swinging branches in the meadows. In crocodile bark, I sit in darkness, left for dead. But every ripple mark reflects his light, new leaves outspread. Okay, don't go to the next picture yet, because I want to keep that for the last. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Christopher. Okay, so this next poem is called Ezekiel's Return to Eden, and it's based on Ezekiel 47, 1-12, and Genesis 3:24. And this one, I have gotten it critiqued, and this last time I did not make any revisions yet. I ran out of time. I was going to try to revise it before tonight, but I spent too much time on the other poems. So I'm just going to read it how it is. It's a work in progress. Okay, Ezekiel's Return to Eden. It's hard to keep in ankle deep water that flows due east. Prophet and temple priest, I go where I'm told. Another thousandfold of measured cubits down the stream. I'm knee deep with two cherubim. Their fiery revolving sword caused Eden to be unexplored. I'm scared to seek the tree of life, faced with this holy carving knife. My precious Lord now intervenes for me. He opens Zion with his master key. I'm made to wade through water, blessed and graced. My Lord baptizes me and soaks my waist. For me to taste and see that he is good, he marked more distance till I understood. His mercy forms a river deep and wide, where silver tuna, sea bass, crabs abide. Along the banks grow oaks and pines with healing leaves, and people drink life's giving springs that each receives. Okay. And this next poem is a really silly poem. I wrote it for Ryan Wilson's homework for class number 3, and he was encouraging us to make up words. So I made up some words. I've never done that before, and so it's just a silly poem. So it's got 4 feet in each line, and there's only one rhyme in each stanza. It's called Swimming Pool Surprises. The darndest things fall in the pool each day. The filter baskets full of slop, like whirly hoops and doo-wops from mesquite tree limbs. I pull out dangling spider legs. I cringe. There's sloopy ganglions and parts. They might be snails. I still don't know. The veiny wings outwit my smarts. The thingachiggers gross me out the most with beetle pinchered heads. I think I'd rather not know what they're called, just browns and blacks and reds. This next poem was published in Rue Scribe. It's with Underwood Press. And it's the only poem that was accepted for publication last year. Out of all I sent maybe a dozen poems for publication, and this is the only one that got accepted. So I'll read it to you. It's called Shrubbery. The olive drabness of rejection rots, a fruitless branch of unattached, pruned parchment. Black night of doubt surrounds the judgment. Lots of missing feedback for the sapling talent erodes the ego. Friendless fears like dewdrops warp and wrinkle paper. Pencil nubs with worn eraser caps provoke anew the memory of their lead sweat traces. Shrubs get sheared, but writing is a gift that grows like graceful grapevines. Read how others write. Agree or disagree. Allow your prose or poetry to be critiqued in light. Engraft into a writing league and sow revised words till they hang as mistletoe.
Ah, nice.
Right. Okay, so I've got 2 poems left to read. This next one I submitted to a contest. It was called Behold the Man. So they were poems about Jesus. And it was put on by Wayfair magazine. And I have no idea. It didn't place at all. I don't know how many submissions they got, but nothing happened with this poem. So I definitely need to get it revised. I need to get it critiqued. But right now, this is just the raw form. So I thought I would read it just because I spent a lot of time on it. You know how that is. Okay. And it's called Jesus Falls the Third Time. The world guilt splintered crossbeam smashed you prone, unearthing a swift orange-black centipede, cheek pressed against a sooty loaf-sized stone. Your blood sweat splats a pale snapdragon weed. You see a future little girl create a daisy chain, a crown of purity. She eats sour white clover to sedate the memory of her crushed humanity. You love her. Hope is greater than your pain. With every body cell, you agonize to calm and heal her mental hurricane. You dig your knees into the ground. You rise. You step uphill, squashing a scorpion. Rescuing her, you reign, her champion. And this last poem has a picture with it. Christopher, if you would like to put the cartoon picture up. So a friend of mine at church was showing me some of her drawings, and she asked me if I might write a poem to one of her pictures. And so I was just overjoyed at the ask. And so I wrote a poem, and it was only like 5 stanzas long. And then I took it to the Catholic Literary Arts critique group, and they said, "Oh, you could make this poem longer." And they said there's a lot of tension in this story. It's about Daniel in the lion's den. And so I worked on it some more, and now it's much longer. So this is my longest poem, and it's a ballad, so it goes by pretty quickly. And there's, I think, one rhyme per stanza. So yeah. And so this one, my friend Irma Hanks created this art, and she's in the process of creating more art to go with this poem. And hopefully we can get it published as a children's book, a Bible story book. So that's our hope. And it's, of course, a work in progress. And I did get it critiqued at the 10-day residency in Houston in June. And so I know it needs some changes, and I still haven't done the changes, but it's also a work in progress. So I will go ahead and read it. It's based on Daniel 6, 1-29, and it's called Daniel's Living God. My name is Daniel. I'm a Jew who lives in Babylon. The spirit of my living God instructs me every dawn. 3 times a day, I pray to God within my upper room. Pink roses lit open window. I smell their sweet perfume. The king desires to honor me by putting me in charge of all the people in his kingdom, in towns both small and large. This makes the king's advisors jealous. They look for faults. Not finding one, they trick the king to sign a mean decree. If anyone is caught in prayer, not praying to the king, he's cast into a den of lions whose bite will more than sting. I understand this law's unjust. I will not change my ways. I love my God. I will not cease to give him thanks and praise. Evil men storm my room and find me praying on my knees. They rush to tell my friend, the king, who hears with great unease. The king's head lowers as he fears losing my loyal life. His desperate plan to spare me fails, causing him pain and strife. Commanded from the throne, guards throw me in the lion's pit. The king's voice pleads, "May God save you." I smile a little bit. A stone covers the opening. I kneel in dark and dirt and pray that God delivers me so I may not be hurt. I hear an angel's melody. A light reveals large paws and yellow eyes in furry faces. God's angel holds their jaws. He calms my fears as I keep vigil. I pray throughout the night. The lions sleep as kitty cats and lose their appetite. The sun rays chase the sliding rock. I hear, "Has God saved you?" My yes engulfs the king with shock. And now he trusts God too. The King proclaims to all the nations, to Daniel's God give praise. He lives and saves from lion's power. Revere him all your days.